Put 'em up. Let me see you. Raise your leg, go. Arch your back, go. Up and down, ho. Make it let go. Raise your leg, go. Up and down, ho. Make it let go. What? Put 'em up, 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 put 'em up. Now. Take your leg, ho. Come in, ho. You're taking down the business today. DJ motherfucking D.
What's going on, y'all? That video was highly disturbing and disgusting. Y'all see that, right? The grown woman twerking, even a DJ dude, is all crazy. She had a case of a twerking Tourette's. She's twerking and little girls behind her and learn from observation by viewing it. And now the little girl tries to mimic what she just seen. Do you understand how influence work? This is how it happens, just like this. Now, the little girl, I don't blame her. She's an innocent little girl. I blame the adults for not holding that woman accountable for twerking in front of a little girl and making a little girl want to be influenced. Well, not want to be influenced. She was influenced by ratchet behavior. Now, do I have an issue with twerking as a whole? No. Do I have an issue with twerking in the wrong settings? Absolutely. Everything don't qualify for a twerking moment. And I get people keep saying that's bounce music, X, Y, and Z. I get all that. But there's a child there that's going to mimic what you do. Some of these women are selfish. They don't think about themselves. Think about that's all they think about. And they always say, they sexualize me, society sexualized us, but you twerking with high shorts on with a fatty. Like, I don't know how you want people to view you. You want them to view you like a graceful woman or a respectable woman. They're not going to view you that way. They're going to view you as Miss Twerking Tourette's. And this notion, hold on. Now, here's my issue. When I post this video on my Instagram, there was a lot of black women saying, oh, our ancestors did it, Africans did it. And I find it extremely weird that the only time you want to align with our ancestors is when we do degenerate shit. I don't hear people saying we align on our ancestors when we doing good stuff majority of the times. It's only when twerking comes around, our ancestors did it. So hold on, watch this. So just because our ancestors did it makes it okay for you to do it now. Did you know your ancestors also sold other Africans into slavery? Would that be okay now? Our own ancestors also was marrying children. Would that be okay now? Remember, it's okay because our ancestors did it. And let's also get something straight. The Mapuka. Hope I'm saying it correct. The Mapuka was a mating ceremony call. And guess who wasn't allowed? Children. So if the ancestors was doing Mapuka and didn't allow children to be involved, how in the hell you make it okay today and try to use it in the same context of how they used it? You're off. Most people didn't even know twerking came from Africa, to be perfectly honest, because the nature of twerking in America or in the South or the West Coast or the East Coast was all sexual in nature. It was an adult thing. Making your booty pop and shaking. I'm cool with that in the right setting. That's adult stuff. Right? So don't tell me, I have never seen a bunch of women twerking in the faith of the ancestors. Show me this. Show me a bunch of women holding hands twerking for our ancestors. Show me that. Show me them holding hands like 5 sayings to find the Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God. Show me them holding hands like Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, and Vidal in a circle holding hands to find the Super Saiyan God. But a twerking God. Show me this. It don't exist. They're twerking for sexual attention because that's what it's for, which I'm perfectly fine with. But let's not get it twisted, man. You twerk in a certain environment, which is cool. You don't twerk at lawyer's office. You don't twerk at lunch on top of lunch tables. You don't twerk in school. You don't twerk in church. You don't twerk at funerals. These things I have seen on the internet. You don't twerk at children's parties. You twerk at strip clubs. You twerk at adult clubs. I don't understand how that hard to understand. But my whole thing is this, man. I'm tired of people bringing up our ancestors when it comes down to justifying inappropriate behavior at wrong times. Our ancestors did it. They also sacrificed babies. They also sacrificed women. They also sacrificed men. So would that be okay today? Because our ancestors sacrificed and murdered other Africans, that should be okay today in America because they did it. That makes no sense. Twerking with the ancestors is crazy. You're twerking in the name of sexual attention. You're not twerking in the name of Africans. You're not. So stop the front, man. Stop the front. With that being said, man, stop making the goddamn excuses for everything, man. And hold that woman accountable. That's it. Black women should hold black women accountable, man. Way more than men should, right? By your logic. So if black women should hold black women more accountable, or more accountable than a black man should, but then y'all don't do it. So when y'all don't do it, it leaves the man to hold them accountable. So if you don't want men to hold them accountable at the level we do now, then it means that you should hold them accountable. So we won't have to. I'm just saying by y'all logic. With that being said, man, I'm about to be out. I just want to get that off my chest, man. Twerking Tourette's is a real thing. And I think some of y'all need medicine. The degenerate culture we have in the black community, man, glorifying the stupidity is insane. Nobody care about the little girl. Women online, but her butt fat. But the Africans did it, the ancestors did it, but the Mapuka I can't make this shit up. With that being said, twerking with the ancestors later. You see how I wore my before I said later. You see how I got my black ancestor colors on. Drive a point home. You can identify with way more positive stuff from my ancestors than fucking twerking. And they didn't even do it in the context of how you doing it today. Anywho, later.